One of the things that EMS leadership faces is that we have EMTs and paramedics that are coming in at age 18, 19. They're only driving a motor vehicle for a couple of years before we put them in the driver's seat of an ambulance. They may drive their compact car or ride their motorcycle or bicycle to work, and then we put them in this heavy vehicle. They turn on red lights and sirens, and all of a sudden they have people moving over, and they have an empowerment, and it's almost euphoric. And one of the things that driver feedback from ACETECH does is reminds them what they're driving, reminds them the responsibility that they have to themselves, their partner, their patient, and the community around them. And it keeps them in focus as they operate this heavy machinery.
You have to rely on the crews and their best behavior. Well, I was a paramedic a long time ago. I know what you can get away with, and I know what you can and can't be seen. And so the ACETECH system is always right there, just to remind them what the parameters are. The incentive process is actually a very important piece of the puzzle, because we have to report back to the crews. They don't know what they don't know, and so we have to report back what their successes and their failures are. We have to provide that feedback continuously to them. We don't have to put people's names per se and call them out. We have the ability to assign numbers to each one of them, and then we run a number list. And we do run a driver behavior list, and we can list out who is the top performers by number. And when you see your number at the top of the list, you're pretty proud of that. And the last thing you want is to wind up to be 29th next month on the list.
What ACETECH allows us to do is monitor their performance, trend their performance, communicate their performance not only immediately, but as I said, in trending over a period of time, weeks, months, or a year. It gives them that real tangible information, and it helps guide us as leaders in our education.
We were able to pull those reports, find individual crew members, speak with those crew members, reward the ones that were doing very, very well, and use a lot of peer pressure, use a lot of examples in the crew meetings to say, here's our top 10 performers, here's our top 10 not so good performers. And just those kind of reinforcements by themselves change the culture of our system. It wasn't an overnight culture change, but the culture change did occur. And so now, instead of having just the top 10 performers, I have probably 95 to 99% of my employee staff are in that top performer type category of good driving behavior constantly over time, which of course then means that they're driving safer, they're getting there safer, they're not endangering anybody in the community. I don't get complaints about driver behavior from other people driving down the road. And in turn, I also save money. So it just becomes a cycle of goodness all the way across the board. And ACETECH has brought that to us.